I see through your act, and I still enjoy the show. Yeah.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it all starts the first of 6 on this Super Wild Card weekend, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. It's the first of 6 games here on Super Wild Card weekend, and we are underway on EA Sports. Ooh, the juke. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Benson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. To throw, it's Williams. Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
10 at the 41-yard line.
To the air, Williams. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Going up top, and that is incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down.
Here we go. Go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. 26 yards. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. Point after here coming up. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead.
Visitors 7, our home team nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because you only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
2nd and 7.
What's up?
Here's Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw is Williams. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10.
38-yard punt.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
That's caught. Puka Nacua. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunk of yardage there. And then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Results in a 1st down.
Here we go. Here we go.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. Well, turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly, but man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you have two.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Back to throw here. Now he'll tuck this and run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And that's a wise decision. Remember, he threw the pick on the last drive. This time he says, I'm not forcing one. I'm just getting it out of here.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 24 yards.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get it to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Ready? Ready, ready.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
On the ready. Let's go. Cowboy 80.
Now this time he'll look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Ready.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. Oronde Gadsden there to make the grab. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed, because let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession, as they've got it as we resume action.
Rigoberto Sanchez.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So a turnover there on the kickoff. And don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are the mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Throwing is Williams. Open man here is Benson. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw, Williams. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Quentin Johnston, 45 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's good, and it's 21-10.
That's the score. Visitors 21. Our home team 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Off the play fake, it's Williams. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. And what a big-time play there. 48 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Williams. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
What is up?
And he's got it. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. A touchdown on a kick return and now one through the air. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for two.
The offense will line up for a two-point conversion.
Williams going to throw for it. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point.
Visitors 21, our home team 18.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 2nd and 10.
Come on. 70 Razor, 70 19 Charger, 19 Dragon 60. Trap 60, trap 60. Warrior 70.
They'll set up a throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown! A big play there. 77 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Williams. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That's another 1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Yes. What is up?
Looking to throw. Williams. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Working out of the gun, Williams. Now he's going to step up and run. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll look to throw for it with Williams. And it'll be intercepted. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked.
Through the middle of the field, and all the way in for the touchdown. Quentin Johnston with his second touchdown here in this first half. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Oh, nice move. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
2nd and 5. Completes this to Addison out left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Williams. This is caught by Addison. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
From the gun, here's Williams. And he fires one incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Yes, 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 yes. Yes. Tempo.
To throw, it's Williams. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Touchdown! A great play there. 38 yards. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in a second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Ready?
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before break. Williams. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
1-yard gain.
And Mr. Reliable shows those legs again here in the playoffs.
And what do coaches tell us all the time? In the playoffs, the team that runs the football well will win the game and ultimately be a champion. They're trying to prove that fact today.
Setting the tone on the ground. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24.
Our home team, 25.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Gets around him. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Here's Williams throwing to start the drive. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still,
With his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He finds his man, complete. That's Benson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And now an audible here into something else. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Vegas! Punch first!
To the air once more, Williams. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They run over center with Benson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. 33 yards. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
Visitors 49. Our home team 31. Rigoberto Sanchez set to kick off.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start them. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the defense. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, number one on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
That one good for 14 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
To the air, Williams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Our home team
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And going deep for Hill. And oh my goodness, here's a fifth interception. Daxton Hill picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 45-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, and that is incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
Yeah. Vegas. Punch Spurs.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll go play action here with Williams. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Brings up 2nd and 18 at the 38-yard line.
And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out. Here's Williams. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
56, our home team, 38.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Pushing his way through. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
1st down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Here we go.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 40. Yard line. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
19 tight. 19 tight. Ready? Drop. Cougar 19.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
The partner guaranteed they approached this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 16-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. Looking to throw is Williams. Rifles one incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Williams going to look to throw again. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here we go. Yeah. Combo. Vegas. Yes. Punch first.
They'll go. Here's Williams. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. But he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Ready, go!
Now back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Puka Nacua from 4 yards out. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. The touchdown all set up by the big play, one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25.
38.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Looking to put a drive together.
Ready to run!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Complete. This is Mitchell. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Mitchell.
To throw, Williams. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
38-yard line.
Throwing is Williams. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have bucked the trend so far. Sterling performance to this point. On the road, no less, in the wild card round. And they'll look to finish things off here in this fourth quarter.
Ready, set.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. On the RPO hook. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10. At their own 20.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. He's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down in the process.
45-yard line.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
To throw once more, here's Williams. And my goodness, another interception. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And this one is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw. And this is caught. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A great effort there. 27 yards. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Now, with that, they could elect to take the ball at the 1 if they want.
Yeah, exactly right. They have options here. If they decide now to go for 2 after the penalty, the ball doesn't go to the 2-yard line as normal. They get the penalty, so that's half the distance. You put it at the 1. But if they decided they wanted to kick, they would just move the ball from the 15 to the 10, and they would kick it there.
Gets past one man. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Vegas! What is up?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Oh, dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
This is caught by Addison. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Jordan Addison. First and 10 at the 40.
Operating from the gun, Williams. And now here's another interception. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah. Ty Detmer.
He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way, and plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. And a wild card win.